So this weekend is Foxfest truck show, which I'm attending in this beautiful machine. It's a good friend of mine's truck, as I'm sure you know already. For those that don't, this is the vehicle that appears at the beginning and the end of every video. It's on a private plate, but it's a 1993 Volvo F16. It's quite a machine. It was originally owned by Peter ROFs, which is quite an iconic transport company. They used to get washed every weekend, and when I mean wash, I mean a wash. The whole chassis, everything, the trailer, the lot. So they had quite a pampered life, wash-wise, so to speak. Once ROFs got rid of it, a chap from Suffolk called Ray Miller bought it, and it was driven by a chap called Graham, who's known as Peanuts. He gave it as much care as well. Only ever got a jet wash for its MOT apparently. The rest of the time he hand washed it. It was originally painted white and blue, and Ray kept it white and blue as well. And when he eventually sold it to buy Nuts a newer truck, this then went up for sale at Duffields in East Anglia. At the time, Richard, who owns this, he was running a 3 Series Scania, and he just had a load of work done on it. He was doing a trip out to Moscow, and he just got over the Russian border and had a huge accident, broke both his legs, and he was quite in a bad way, and the truck, as you can imagine, was written off basically. It looked pretty horrendous. So that was Richard's final ever trip to Russia. With the money that he got from the insurance, he bought this. Had it painted black, the company colours. This for Richard, it ran to Morocco, running for John Manns, and then just doing general European work. And he's just never got rid of it. So it's now getting to the point where it's going to get a mild restoration at some point, just when funds and time allow. So, and I'm insured to drive it and take it to shows, which is exactly what I'm doing today. So I just thought I'd put a little bit of a video together for those that don't know the truck, and obviously see it at the beginning and the end of each video. So I'll give you a bit of a walk around with it and introduce you to her. So well, I hope you enjoy. So just a quicker walk around her. So like I say, she's 1993, 4x2, twin tanks. I mean, back in the day, people didn't really have so many six-wheelers because of weight legislation, so on and so forth. So excuse me. Now, when I was growing up in the 90s, this was the truck that I wanted, an F16. Didn't want a 12 or a 10, wanted the 16. Just because I guess when you're a kid you want the biggest, don't you really? So this is what I always wanted. I mean, I did want a tag axle, but this is plenty good enough. So it's left-hand drive because it used to run the Germany week in, week out. So it's just far more beneficial to have it as a left hooker. Now, I don't know if you can actually see or not. If we go up close, the paint is actually disco metal flake paint. Now, a chap called Nobby Caster, who's another friend of mine and Richard's, he actually painted it and persuaded Richard to have it done. So whether it gets returned to original sort of gloss black or not, we don't know. So just the two steps up. Now, I believe these seat covers come from Morocco, and it's used to do John Mann with your proper Moroccan curtains. There's quite a late dashboard in here, I think. Needs a little switch symbol there and there. But yeah, they're twin bunk, and I've managed to get him locker. These lockers were missing, so I managed to pick some up in Greece when I was there, and I also managed to get some original curtains. This is the original Volvo curtains in here as well. It needs a bunk and a bit of TLC. But there we are, the famous fabled elephant's foot gear knob. Could do with perhaps a new one as and when time allows. So that is the truck. So let's fire her up and hit the road. I love the sound of this truck. I might be childish, I don't care. Loud pipes save lives, and to me this sounds awesome. old girl is a bit of an experience. I mean, it's what, 930313, 26 years old. It's not bad really. It's very difficult not to floor it. It just sounds great in my opinion. Proper trucking. Oh, I love it. So I'm quite glad I left it a little while, because when I came down to collect the truck, this was rammed solid coming through Dartford. It's now not looking too bad. I've noticed that the fan heat situation is stuck on hot, so I've got to have the window open. And it's, with this exhaust, it is noisy. But because I'm such a big kid, I'm going to have to film this going through the tunnel. The speeder doesn't work, so I've got to take a guess at what speed I'm doing from the rev counter. But the rev counter in my DAF, when I'm at 56, I'm sitting at about 1500 revs. Well, in this, it's not. It's going quicker than that, so it's a bit of a guessing game. So I hope I don't get a speeding ticket. I'll just sort of try and sit along what sort of speed everyone else is doing, I guess. So I'm now going to open the window because I'm boiling. So get ready for the noise. see how many are already here. So here we are at Foxfest, and this is the evening light show. I've jumped on behind my good mate Kenny Elsden and his fleet. That's Kenny himself and his F10 in front. Sunny Sunday evening to be taking a drive. To Kenny now. There, Ken. Take it easy. So just driving this truck along, I've got quite a vivid imagination anyway. But to me, I could just picture myself 20 years ago, whatever, driving this. I'm on the M2 at the moment, heading towards Dover to take it back, and I can just picture myself. I've got a Kepsto freight tilt on, heading down for customs clearance and get a boat hopefully tonight at some point, and just heading east with a tilt. First drop Moscow, and then carry on further beyond. Maybe a nice run down to Baku or something like that. Very little trip, something. just hearing that roar. That's, to me, that's, you know, that era, doing all that sort of caper. Or maybe Istanbul, or maybe a little bit further than Istanbul. Maybe an Ankara. Maybe just a bit further. Just get through the other border, get into Iran or Iraq or somewhere like that. Lovely. That's my vivid imagination running away with me as usual. Oh, I love it.